Welcome everyone back to weekly weather updates, and we're just going to be doing a short update because we do now have an amber warning issued for the thunderstorms through parts of the West Midlands up towards northwest England and North Wales. We've had another very hot day as we do start this heat wave where we will see a number of days of thunderstorm activity. And we knew there was going to be high activity today. We have now seen a thunderstorm warning issued. We have had a large yellow warning issued throughout today, but really only this narrow corridor has seen the heavy thunderstorms that we knew were going to be breaking out, but didn't know exactly where they were. We had highlighted this region across the West Midlands into northwest England over the past few days. Even the video earlier, we highlighted it in detail. Haven't really seen storms break out elsewhere, which is a little bit surprising, but knowing how thunderstorms do play out, it is what it is. But the regions where they have occurred, we have seen significant rainfall, and it does now warrant a amber warning from the Met Office. The storms initially started out near Oxford, still getting a few isolated cells here, up towards Swindon as well, and that is where they started to take off and are now spread into the West Midlands, and now we're seeing new, fresh, intense cells breaking out across northwest England. Now, we can also see a few isolated cells further northwards and some cells near the Glasgow area up in Scotland, and these thunderstorms will progress northwards and continue to affect northwestern areas, could drift into northern areas of England, the far north of England, southern Scotland and Northern Ireland through this evening, as Cape levels will remain high. There will be plenty of energy available. Will they stay this electric? Probably not, but there is still likely to be significant impacts in places for heavy rainfall. Now, if you put on the temperatures, it's 7 p.m. now because it's still very hot in the east, and where those thunderstorms are occurring, because it's already starting to cool things down. Liverpool really getting smashed here by a thunderstorm. So if you are in these regions, do be aware over the coming hours. There will be a lot of rainfall falling in a short period of time. We can even put on the past 24-hour precipitation. Many areas have seen very minimal precipitation over the past few days. Now, of course, past few weeks, sorry. Now, of course, there is a lag on this, but we can already see where within the track of thunderstorms today. We've seen other rainfall, frontal rainfall, but thunderstorms breaking out elsewhere. It appeared like frontal rainfall earlier, and that's all from these storms further in France. But you can see where the line of thunderstorms has now taken off, and you can see where some severe cells took off earlier. Again, these yellow spots showing 40 or 50 millimetres, and this will start to appear further northwards and westwards, but these cells are extremely fresh, so it's not really showing up on the past 24-hour precipitation yet. But tomorrow morning we'll be able to see a very distinct, probably dark green line appearing on this stretch as these thunderstorms do take off. Now, it is very regional. Again, if you were in Coventry here, you'll probably just see a few big cumulonimbus clouds in the distance, but no precipitation at all. And of course, you only have to go a few tens of miles further westwards towards Worcester, which have seen tens of millimetres of rain, and even I've seen some flooding issues in Worcestershire, the general area, through this afternoon so far. We can either go over to net weather now, have a look at their lightning radar, and you can see the severe cells breaking out earlier. The blue and the purple-pink colours show lightning strikes that occurred earlier here, so last sort of 30 to 60 minutes. We've seen more orange and red strikes further in these northern cells up towards the Liverpool area and North Wales. Those are fresh strikes in the last sort of 10 to 20 minutes. So active thunderstorms mainly in the northern extent, but we can see these cells breaking out near Oxford again. These could be another batch of significant thunderstorms, and we're seeing some thunderstorms set towards the Glasgow area again. Some heavy thunderstorms here with frequent lightning, but it's this region here got the amber warning issued now. We're going to be seeing some severe impacts from this. We can have a look at the infrared satellites, and again, you can see the high cloud scapes here, visible satellites, again, very high cumulonimbus clouds. It's a little bit difficult to see this because we have got the disintegration part of thunderstorms from yesterday and last night through western areas. It's given that patchy rainfall, but you can see the thick white here that shows these intense thunderstorms with the very high cloudscapes breaking out. So if you have a look at the weather warning, you can see it is for parts of the West Midlands, up through eastern Wales, northern Wales, up towards the northwest, including the Liverpool area. If we do look at it, it was only issued at 5:45, so only about an hour ago as I'm recording this, and it is expires at 9 p.m. I do think there'll still be significant issues after that. Just the storms probably won't be as fresh and as electric as we do start to see the sun set. So some of that initiation, some of that initial spark for the thunderstorms does disintegrate away. But as I said, there's still high levels of CAPE, so it's probably still maintain rainfall and thunderstorms in certain regions. We just won't see it pep up as much as it has. But very heavy showers and thunderstorms are likely to cause surface water flooding that will impact travel and property. And again, very heavy showers and thunderstorms have developed under a line running from Worcestershire towards the northeast Wales and Merseyside, as we saw on the live radar a few minutes ago. The most intense showers are expected to transfer northwards, and that is what we're seeing on the live radar at the moment. As such, some locations could see multiple showers and thunderstorms resulting in 50 to 60 millimetres of rain in an hour or so. This represents about a month's worth of rain, perhaps some isolated spots seeing more than 100 millimetres in a few hours. Lightning, hail, and perhaps towards the east of this area, the odd strong gust of wind will be additional hazards. And it's all because the likelihood has increased. The impact hasn't increased. We've been talking about the risk of severe thunderstorms for a number of days now, but the likelihood has significantly increased because the Met Office can see the cells on the live radar. Here's a little bit of an issue I do have with the Met Office impact matrix. Sometimes we do see these amber warnings issued at very short notice. Most people out this afternoon, for example, up towards Merseyside, that didn't see thunderstorms until about 4 or 5 p.m, about an hour ago, were probably outside having a barbecue, enjoying their afternoon, not on their phones, not looking at the TV. So it's quite unlikely that this warning got to anyone, really, bar people, on Twitter, online, or checking the Met Office app. Normally people check the weather app in the morning and in the evening to see what the next day will be. So it is a little bit of an issue, in my opinion, putting these warnings out at very, very short notice. And again, only lasting 3 hours here. So hardly anyone impacted by this may actually see it, the warning. So I do think they should probably be a bit more lenient with warnings, and if they did think there was the risk of severe thunderstorms in these regions, to perhaps issue an amber warning this morning or last night instead. I can see the reason for snap warnings sometimes, especially if it's for a long-lasting event, if this moved into tomorrow, but it's expiring around 8-9 p.m, most people probably will have a look at the weather forecast at that time and completely miss this warning. So a little bit of an issue with the warning system, but nevertheless, from what we're seeing on the live radar, definitely warranted an amber warning at this stage. If you are in these regions, do stay safe over the next few hours. The impacts will not disappear at 9 p.m. They will continue for a number of hours through midnight into the early hours of the morning, with that energy transferring northwards. Most likely not see as many electric storms beyond 9 p.m, but still a lot of heavy rain and potentially still some lightning strikes, hail, gusty winds. Now, just to finish the video, earlier I did say I did think we would be reaching perhaps 32, maybe around a 33, and in the end we reached 31.2. I think I have seen some weather stations recording a rounded 32, because NetWeather don't have every weather station reporting here, but you can see many stations reached 30 degrees and above for the max temperature around that 2 to 4 p.m. point. So another very hot day, first day of this heat wave, and we're likely to reach these temperatures once again over the coming days. I did put a poll out yesterday on what people thought the top temperature would be: 30, 31, 32, 33 or 34. I personally think it'll be 32, with potentially a very low chance of 33, and I could maybe sceptical 34, but plenty of people, a good number of people put 30 degrees, and we've already broken that today. So if you haven't voted on that poll yet, make sure you do vote. It's just interesting to see what the consensus is for the rest of this heat wave. But anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you have enjoyed. Make sure you stay safe out there over the coming hours, especially if you are impacted by the thunderstorms. And if you are further northwards of the thunderstorms, do expect to be seeing perhaps some lightning strikes and some heavy rain over the coming hours into the early hours of the morning as well, as these thunderstorms will decay away, but only very slowly before we see an explosion of thunderstorms once again as we head to around lunchtime tomorrow. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. Make sure you stay safe out there, and I'll see you again for another video soon.